Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, we are on episode two, sorry, part two, to the relationship series on Through Faith Colored Lenses. I wanted to touch on what I talked about there, and then I would like for you guys to go over there and check it out. Last week we talked about enemies, and I just kind of used the story of Jesus and Judas to show you how you can use your enemies to help elevate you to where you're already headed. Tonight I switched gears and I talked about how to keep that same energy and that same drive to lift you up to where you're trying to go. You're dealing with someone that's maybe not as blatant as an enemy. So an enemy, the way that I describe it anyways, is a person that has no concern for your best interest, like are against you. And so what we discussed on this episode is how to keep that same energy with someone who maybe looks like a friend, or someone who acts like a friend, or someone who says that you can rely on them, and then they take all that from you when it's time for you to call on it. So just really quick to highlight what I discussed on this episode is that there's going to be a lot of people, or probably has been a lot of people in your life that has told you that you can rely on them. There's probably been a lot of people that have who have been in your corner, and then when it's time for you to say, hey man, like I need something, then they fall off the face of the earth, or those people who seemingly enjoy, what the heck is that? Do you see that? Anyways, or those people that seems like they enjoy the moments where you've fallen. And so I talked about three ways that you can keep that energy and continue to chase your goals. And the one biggest thing being prayer, and I discussed why that's so important. The third thing was painting yourself a picture, and I'm going backwards because that kind of goes into the second thing, which is raising your self-esteem, your self-value, and your self-worth, and seeing yourself as the most important thing in your world. That'll all make sense if you go and listen to the podcast. But I think the biggest problem with us in this society is that we don't have a lot of self-respect, and so we don't chase the things that we should. We don't let go of relationships when we should. We don't go and run after the things that we really desire for ourselves because we don't really respect ourselves that much. And so maybe somewhere deep down we don't think that we deserve those things. So I just talked about that, and I would really love it if you guys would check it out and listen and let me know what you think. So you can go to my Instagram page at Faith to Talk. You can check me out. The podcast is called Through Faith Colored Lenses, and I will put that in the description. But it's Through Faith Colored Lenses. You can check that out on the Anchor app, Google Podcast, iTunes, Apple Podcast, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, Pandora, wherever they play podcasts, I'm there. And I would really love it, guys, if you would check it out. Let me know what you think, guys. I really want this to be a conversation and a discussion, but ultimately I want perspectives to be shifted, and I want minds and hearts and communities to be strengthened, and I want love to be reintroduced. And so I really hope that you guys go check that out, and I hope that you love it. If you don't, keep it to yourself. I'm joking. I love you. All right, peace.